I'm looking back in August, you told us this market run-up feels a lot like 1999. You said cash is king. Apple was priced to perfection. All of that looks prescient today, though we're still above the August lows on the S&P, Dow, and NASDAQ to my eye. So does that mean we haven't really fully corrected? How are you positioning, or how would you advise others looking at this market to be positioned now?
Well, thanks for reminding me of my past statements. I'm glad I was fairly close.
Yeah.
I would say, guys, it's a market, and I think my intent in August was this market was going to be choppy. It's going to move sideways. The momentum we had seen in the summer had run out of gas, and I think we've seen that. Everybody's focused on tomorrow, but the question is the health crisis over? And the answer is no. So I think we're going to go sideways. It's still going to be choppy. Obviously, the market's excited. It started this morning hoping that, hey, we'll get a resolution, we'll get a stimulus check, and that's much needed. But you still have a health crisis you have to get through. And I think big tech, if the health crisis continues, things like PayPal and Apple and others will make money. Now, the expectations, like we saw last week, they're through the roof. Those stocks can't meet those expectations. So maybe from that perspective, we've seen a bit of a top.
Right. So if you're an investor, not a trader, through this period of the next few months, and I'm talking, way through election week into next spring and even summer, do you buy on weakness? Do you just sit on your hands? What do you think based on where things are valued and priced right now?
Well, investors can't sit on their hands because, you get cash flows, you get dividends, you've got to rebalance. I'm really aggressively neutral. Now, I know that sounds funny, but going into tomorrow, there are far too many uncertainties. So we're positioned absolutely right on top of our long-term asset allocation targets. And I think even when I think out to 3 or 4 months from now, we're probably going to be pretty close to those targets. And simply because I don't know if the health crisis is over. Yes, we'll know who the president is and we'll know about Congress, but we still have a health crisis. And until we're able to get back to normal, you've done surveys about people taking the vaccine. It looks like less than half of the country would be willing to take a vaccine until it's really been clinically proven out safe. So I think this is a slow, choppy recovery. We're going to need more stimulus. That means more federal deficits. None of that's good long term.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.